Broadcasting live from the Tarzan Treehouse, it's Contemporary Inc. with your host, Bill Blair, your Lorcana podcast. Oh, we're actually getting some breaking news here. It turns out that the Tarzan Treehouse is no longer the Tarzan Treehouse. It's actually the Adventureland Treehouse, inspired by the Swiss Family Robinson, which would explain all of the construction that's been going around here recently. I don't know if we'll ever actually get down there. It's literally like 50 yards away, but the Bengal Barbecue has some of the tastiest skewers in the whole park. I highly recommend going there. There's this like soy-based sauce with the spicy. I don't know what it's called. I love it. We always get one every time I'm in Adventureland. It's good times. So we're back, and we've got 9 more packs to open. This is a continuation of last week's exploration of finally opening packs, literally for the first time. We've got some staggering odds. We actually broke the odds last week. If you have 18 packs, the chances of you getting an enchanted card are about 40%. And we beat the odds getting that enchanted Simba. I was really, really lucky with that one. And it's been sitting here for a week staring at me. In fact, all these packs have been sitting here for the last week just staring me down. I don't know how I found the willpower not to open these like a week ago. But here we are, and we're ready to go. And the odds of pulling another enchanted card from the rest of these packs is actually 13%. That's where we're standing right now. So if it's going to happen, fingers crossed, but we'll see. Otherwise, we're still going to have fun. And I think there's still a lot to enjoy here. If you didn't happen to listen to the last episode, we're taking a deep dive not only into opening packs, which is fun, and I highly recommend if you can, get your hands on them. It's a worthwhile enterprise, but also an exploration of the kinds of cards that you just don't see if you've gone to League Night or if you're playing with starter decks. You see, starter decks, obviously, they're all the same. And so people that have only been able to get a starter deck are going to keep finding the same 60 cards coming up again over and over and over. And this is fine for a fun jaunt with your friends, but there are 204 cards in this set. And wouldn't you like to know if some of them are more useful than others? So for the first time, we're actually able to see cards in the wild, in my hands, that you're not going to see at your local League Night. These are cards that are unplayable, unloved, and otherwise looked over, but they may have great art. They might have unique play abilities that you hadn't thought of before. We were looking at cards that really fit into a deck that prioritized items, and frankly, I don't play decks that prioritize items or actions or songs. In fact, I was looking at the breakdown for the deck that I made a couple of weeks ago, and 45 cards out of 60 are characters. And I don't think that's necessarily uncommon. You got 60 cards in your deck, and I think it's fairly par for the course that 45, 50 of those cards, the lion's share are going to be characters. You might have a few items. For example, this evasive Ruby Emerald deck that I put together has 2 items. It also happens to have a smattering of 14 actions, but that's only because there's, He's Got a Sword is in there 4 times, and Stampede is in there 4 times, and then there's, a couple Dragon's Fire and a couple of Fan the Flames, just to bolster the abilities of the characters that are already there. But other decks, it's not that many. So there's a lot of cards out there that are simply underserved by the meta. And let's take a quick look. Our first pack is an Elsa pack. And we've got Hakuna Matata, which is definitely a card that I've seen. The brooms, magic brooms here. Those are good. You know, if you've got that Sorcerer Mickey in there. Stampede. These are showing up in my Emerald deck because they're just fire the cannons for characters that you've already damaged. Flounder, great card to have on the first turn. Tangle is this Ruby card, and frankly, I don't see it that much. Now, this is another card where if you played it on Pixelborn, your interaction with this card would be wildly different than your interaction if you were playing with your friends, because it's simply you lose one lore, and that's taken care of for you in Pixelborn. You know, you'd see the card come up and the lore would be missing. But if you were playing this with your friends, they would play the card and you would actually have to lean over, find your D20, figure out what you had, what number you were going to have to turn it to, then find that number. And then, you know, this is going to take 30 seconds of your time. You would know if somebody played Tangle. Beast Mirror, kind of fun, I guess. You know, if you have no cards in your hand, and that's gonna happen later in the game, but putting this 2-cost item in your deck is basically admitting that you're not gonna win, that you're still going to be playing by the end of the game. Cheshire Cat, you know, I don't like characters that have an attack of 0. I just don't. You know, I know there's ways to bolster that. I know that he has a protective ability, but he's too juicy of a target. You know, if he's gonna get banished real quick. We got Bell, Inventive Engineer. I think we've already established I love the art on this card. I just wish I liked what it actually did. You Have Forgotten Me. This is brutal. Yeah, don't see that one very often. Oh, now, okay, so for as much as they've invested time and space into this Musketeer, I thought it was Mouseketeer, Musketeer Tabard, I just don't see people playing it. Hades with the King of Olympus. Yeah, shift for 6. I mean, this is a big card. +1 for other villains in play. Who cares? And our foil card here is Rafiki, Mysterious Sage. You know, like I said, I said this last week, not every foil card is going to be a winner. You know, some of them are just going to be, they're just not, the art's not there. Okay, next one. And, Develop Your Brain. Again, I have inked this card a bunch of times on Pixelborn, never actually played it. Abu, never seen this card. Cost 3 for a 3/2. Quest for 2. You know, if you're playing a Ruby deck, this is a fine card. Pumbaa, do not care. Maleficent, good card. Peter Pan, Never Landing, has evasive. That's going in my evasive deck. You know, there's enough Aladdin going on in this game that I think we could probably build an Aladdin deck. Captain, I got a foil of Captain. Captain, another... Wow, you know, Captain costs 5 and quest for 1. He should at least quest for 2. I mean, come on, 5? That's a lot. Befuddle. Return chosen character with a cost of 2 or less to the player's hand. I mean, I know this only costs 1 and it is inkable, but I gotta say, I can barely care about this card. Like, this is only really going to be effective in the early game. Imagine mid-game where your opponent has like a bunch of 3-cost characters in play. This is going to do nothing when those big characters are just wailing on you. Like, literally the next card in here is Jasper. Love Jasper. I think Jasper's amazing. Stops people from questing. Let's see, we got Maui here. Maui Demigod. 8. My God. I have to augment my steel starter deck with this card. This is amazing. Hades, Well of Souls. Don't care. Minnie Mouse. Where is she walking in those shoes? This is kind of a nebulous space. This must be in the Storyborn? Yeah, I don't know. They're not all going to be winners. Okay, and Phil. Support, don't care. That mini card, except for non-foil. Dinglehopper. I still need to send that to my sister. Archimedes, fine card. Tinkerbell with evasive, definitely going in the evasive deck. Break, again, it's not just that you have items, it's not that you have built an item deck. You have to imagine that your opponent has an item deck. This is fine for a sideboard, like at League Night, but I just do not see it being effective to put 4 of those in a deck. Aurora Regal Princess, good card. Goofy Musketeer. Bodyguard, simply do not care. Ooh, Donald Duck Musketeer, again, don't care. Aladdin, and this is woefully miscut. Look at this card. There is a difference of like 1/8 of an inch between the borders on these cards. Genie on the Job, also evasive. That's going to go in the deck. And a foil Dinglehopper. Boy. Wait, did I get a Dinglehopper? Yeah, 2 Dinglehoppers. 2 Dinglehoppers in this pack. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, hold on. Yeah, okay. And we got Sebastian. Singer 4. Okay. Never seen anybody play this card. Not a lot of, what do they call it? Not a lot of singing decks. Not a lot of songs that I've seen. I'm sure somebody's doing it. Tinkerbell, Peter Pan's ally. You know, I think we've established that Tinkerbell has her own life. Peter Pan's ally is kind of, I don't know, insulting. She has evasive. I could see that going into a deck. Vicious Betrayal. Chosen character gets +2 this turn. If a villain is chosen, they get +3 instead. Yeah, that's going in that deck for sure. Mufasa. I could play with this card. That's cool. This is what, cost 6, quest for 3? Yeah, that's a beefy boy. Another Abu, don't care. Another Simba, Future King. This whole steal, draw a card, discard a card, I don't like it. Because, like, it kind of forces your hand. Like, it's good to draw cards, I guess, but the barb on that, I find too much. When you play this character, you may banish chosen item. Again, beast, hard-headed. Don't see the appeal. Moana. When you play this character, you may banish chosen character named Tika. What are the odds? It's not going to happen. That's why you never see anybody play this card. 5 for a 2/6. It's not worth it. Again, maybe in a sideboard. Like, what are the odds that someone's playing that, like, 4 of those in that deck? Olaf, Friendly Snowman. Yeah, this is cool. 1/3. I can dig it. 1/3 I can handle. 0/4 I cannot handle. Cusco. Nice. Cusco has a lot going on. Cusco is a beefy boy. I think you just need, a deck to support him. Also, non-inkable. Don't like it. Mother Gothel. Skip the drama. Stay with mama. 3/6. Quest for 2. Well, this character is already... Opposing characters can't quest. Okay. Yeah. Pair with Bodyguard. That actually... Yeah, get some Mouseketeers in there. And we got Aladdin Street Rat for the foil. It's okay. There's a lot of... Hold on. There's a lot of foil going on this card. It kind of washes it out. That apple from last week was my favorite so far. And we got Timon. Tastes like chicken. Never see anybody play this card. When you play this character, you may remove up to 1 damage from chosen character. I like there's an appeal to that, But like a lot of these cards that offer this one time when you play it bonus, I would much rather offer the ability to exert the card and even pay a little to get that same boost. Doing it once, just I don't often have the luxury of saving a card for a special occasion like that. Tinkerbell again with evasive, Peter Pan with evasive, that's going in that deck. A Mickey Mouse Detective. I find Mickey's hat confusing. Everything about this illustration I don't like. Here's a Peter Pan with Rush. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's cheap enough. I just don't. I don't know. Non-inkable cards, they kind of bother me. Hercules, 3/3 with Bodyguard. Yeah, that's going in. That's going in a deck. Jumba Jukiba, Renegade Scientist, 5. Yeah, this is just a good middle of the road card. One Jump Ahead. Again, not a big fan of songs. What does this song even do? Put the top card in your deck and your ink will face down and exerted. Okay, yeah, I can get behind that. And it only costs 2. No, do that early on. That's cool. And you can have a character sing it. Yeah, I guess. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a character card and put it in your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. That's fine. Let it go. Put chosen character into player's inkwell face down and exerted. That's hot. That is also expensive. Rush. Challenger plus 4 for Zeus. Ooh. Zeus. Oh boy. Okay. So I've never seen anybody play this card. Zeus, God of Lightning. It's non-inkable. It costs 4. Is it a he? I mean, if you're a god, you're kind of genderless. Let's just say he's he. He's presenting as male. He is a 0/4 with Rush and Challenge for 4. Also Quest for 2. So you could, in theory, quest with this character. But if you do, he is just going to soak up damage. There's no benefit in not attacking him. He's a sponge. So you bring him out, Challenge for 4. That's pretty hot. I don't know. I'm going to have to sleep on that one. And the foil card here is Ariel, Spectacular Singer. Again, not too excited about that. Let's see what we got here. After months or years of never opening a Lorcana pack, it's weird how fast like apathy sets in. I mean, for all of you out there that can't open packs, I understand, and I'll probably feel the same way. When I'm waiting for those Floodborn packs to come in. But for now, Mr. Smee. Never seen anybody play Mr. Smee. He is very common. He costs 3. He's a 2/5. He quests for 1, and he doesn't do anything, which is fine. That's a perfectly good card. Elsa, Queen Regent. We already covered this. This is a perfectly fine card. Steamboat Pilot Mickey Mouse. Wow, this is just like bland vanilla. This whole thing. Mufasa, got it. Okay, wow, quest for 3. Nice. Oh boy, yeah, this is definitely. You know what? As soon as I'm getting off the phone with you guys, I am going on eBay and I'm going to buy 3 more of this card, assuming we don't get any more, because I think Pongo is amazing. He is the backbone of any evasive deck. Captain Hook, Forceful Duelist. Love this card. This is what got me excited about the art in Lorcana, because I had my reservations. I thought it was going to be bland, flavorless, recycled stuff, just pictures from movies, but they totally blown me away with the art on these cards. Frying Pan. Banish this item. Chosen character can't challenge during their next turn. It costs 2. It's a 1-use item. This could have easily been an action. I guess you get to play it 1 turn and then use it in the future. I guess it has a benefit to it. Fan the Flames. That's definitely going in my evasive deck. Anna, heir to Arendelle. Yeah, she's cute. Got a cute little nose. When you play this character, if you have a character named Elsa in play, choose an opposing character. The chosen character doesn't ready at the start of their next turn. This is easily the most devastating combo in the entire game, and it's built right into the first chapter, right there out in front so everybody can see it. And I haven't actually run into this in a game. It's probably just me and the people I'm playing against, the randos online. But this is absolutely devastating in a variety of situations. So, look for that in the future. Be prepared. Again, wow. If you have ever had this card pulled on you when you had like 5 characters in play and were just about to quest for everything with them and win the game, this card is absolutely devastating. I'm holding on to that one. Mickey Mouse Wayward Sorcerer. I've got that one broom now. I just need like 3 more of these and 3 more of those, and we'll be set. And Dr. Facilier's cards as the foil card. Kind of... Ooh, that is actually kind of nice. Yeah. What does it actually do, though? You pay 1 less for the next action you play this turn. Okay. Okay. Princess. Beloved Princess Minnie Mouse. She costs 2. She's a 2/3. Minnie, God, again, the Fab Five. I do not care, but this is a fine card, and if I was playing Amber, I would definitely have this in my deck. Probably one of the most useful Swiss Army knives in the whole game is Friends on the other side. If you need to ink it, if you need to use it, it's a great song. I absolutely love this card. Here's a card that I've never actually seen before. Megara? Pulling the strings? We'll say Megara. When you play this character, chosen character gets +2 this turn. Yeah, I mean, thematically, I understand how this works, but I don't know. I guess, like, you gotta assume that, this is something that I have to keep beating into my own brain. You have to assume that these characters are only going to be out for, like, 2 turns tops. So Megara comes out, gives somebody a bonus, and then, you're playing another card the next turn. It's fine. She doesn't need to be special. She doesn't need to be in play for half the game. Flounder, good card to come out on the first turn. So is Sergeant Tibbs. So is Captain Hook, Fierceful Duelist. Mother Knows Best, return chosen character to their player's hand. So this is interesting. Again, I've never seen anybody play this before. It's non-inkable. It costs 3. It's fine, I guess. But the real benefit here is if you've got a big character, like a 6/6 or something like that, and he's just been soaking up damage for like 2 or 3 turns, and if you want to wipe that slate clean, this is probably a good way to do it. I won't find myself using this against opponents' characters unless they're really, a thorn in my side and I need them out of play for just 1 turn and they don't have rush. Coconut Basket. I have seen a lot of ink has been spilled about Coconut Basket online. I like this card. I think the rules are, pretty straightforward regarding it. This particular one was cut by a blind person. You know what? That is racist against the sight impaired. The person who cut this wasn't really doing a good job. I don't know of a snarky way to say that isn't insulting to some group of people that have frankly never done anything to me. Prince Philip, Dragon Slayer. Prince Philip is looking handsome here. Wow. Non-inkable, cost 4, 3/3, quest for 2. This is a good card. I like this card. Steal from the Rich. Whenever one of your character quests this turn. Wow. Okay, so Steal from the Rich is expensive. And it's also not inkable, but it is also hardcore. So I think I'm going to add this. I think I'm going to add this to a deck. I don't know how many I can add. We'll see. This is good stuff. Genie on the job, evasive. We covered this already. And today's foil card is Flounder, voice of reason. So actually, kind of nice on that one. I like that one. All right. Okay. Jingle Hopper. Cost 1. Remove up to 1 damage from chosen character. Okay, so I could see adding these to a deck. No one does, but I could see adding these to a deck if you planned on having your characters around a while. But in the early and mid game, they're simply not going to be useful because the amount of damage that a character could theoretically take at all is not going to be largely affected by healing 1 damage. The fact that it is essentially free once you pay for it once is helpful, I guess. You could, in theory, keep a character in play 1 extra turn by healing that damage. And they are inkable. I guess this is a useful card. Esma, Alchemist. Do people play this card? Whenever there's character quest, look at the top card of your deck. Put it either the top or the bottom of your deck. Yeah, this is fine. Stolen Scimitar. Chosen character gets +1 this turn. How are people not using this card? I know, I think last week we covered this card, so we've already, said a little bit about it, and this episode is already running into the half hour, but I guess go back to last week. Aurora, fine. Tangled, interesting. Hercules, don't care. Donald Duck, Mouseketeer, don't care. Donald Duck, Boisterous Fowl. Again, the Fab 5, cost 2 for a 2/3. This is a good card. I agree with this card. Rafiki, Mysterious Sage with Rush. I don't see thematically how Rush fits in with this, but it's a fine addition to an uninkable card. And it's cheap enough that you're probably not going to run into an instance where you can't pay for it. It's uninkable cards that cost like 5 that I have a problem with. 5 and more. Jasmine shifts for 3. When you play this character and whenever she quests, you may remove up to 2 damage. I love this card. If I played blue, I would. Again, this card is totally miscut. And here we have Elsa, Spirit of Winter. I think this might actually be a expensive card. I'm gonna put this in its own pile. Yeah, that's a useful card. I mean, Elsa's a total beast, and a foil card that's miscut. Thanks a lot, Disney, for that one. Okay, this is our last pack. The odds of there being an enchanted card inside this pack is 13%, based on all the stuff that we've opened so far. It's actually 13.5, but I didn't want to break it to you. But you've come with me this far, so okay. Hey, boat snack. Love a boat snack. Freeze. I almost think Freeze would be better than filling your deck with Elsas. Like, instead of building an Arendelle deck, just fill it with 4 freezes and hope for the best. Vicious Betrayal, love it. Donald in his robot pants, like it better. He's got a sword, very nice. Kristoff, official Ice Master. Yeah. No, he's going in my steel deck. This is augmenting my my starter deck for reals. The Beast is Mine. I feel like I've seen this in play. Chosen character gains reckless during their next turn. Yeah, forcing them to go ballistic is something I'd love to see. Chosen character, Eye of the Fates. How have I not seen this? This is like the most powerful blue card in the game. My God. Imagine getting 2 of these in play. Just like extra lore every turn. Maximus, I don't like Horse Kick. I just don't like it. Stitch, Abomination. Yeah, he's kind of fierce looking in that. Oh boy, yes. Hans, 13th in line. This card I have seen, and I do like it. And we got Meg as our foil card. Again, the art for this was not designed for foil. So it's all washed out. I'm not impressed with this one. So far, the poison apple is the way to go. So we are well into the 35-minute mark, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for sitting through this long-winded examination of cards that you just don't see all the time. We didn't mention it earlier, but the Floodborn expansion has come out. I do not have cards in front of me. I'm still waiting to see if I can actually get those cards. I'm like 13th in line at my local game store, for actually the one far afield, for anything. So if we're lucky, we might get some starter decks, and we might be able to play with at least some of the new play features and enjoy some of the new art that this Floodborn expansion is bringing forth. Otherwise, until I guess next week and further updates, ashes to ashes, funk to funky, we know Mr. Toad's a junkie.